Hello. How are you doing, everyone? So it's a great privilege for me to be here in front of you, because on the one side, I'm kind of organizing this conference with Jerome France, and on the other side, I get to present to you the project that I've been doing with my team here called Cometh. If you like what you see, please click on this link tree, or find the link tree, or follow us on Twitter, mustcometh.com. So today I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we've built, how we built it, and what you can learn from your own game on the mistake we made and on the couple of things we did right, I think. And if we have enough time, I'll also show you a demo to where we are now and where we are headed. So first off, the thesis behind Cometh, and I think it's shared among the rest of this ecosystem, that blockchain is bringing gaming to a whole new dimension. I've been a gamer in my past life, playing mostly Warcraft 3. And you would be amazed of how many people in this community are playing Warcraft 3. Check out Vlad Zamfir, ask him for a game, he loved the game. I love to play as well, and I remember in my old days how it was cool to own assets in a game, or be able to eventually sell your account on eBay because someone else wanted to have your profile and so on. And by this time, you were banned by Blizzard, you were banned by the editor and so on. Now we are aiming to a shift that's asset ownability of what's inside the game. It's amazing because you are playing inside the game, you are working inside the game, and getting to own what you have is really something we all want. So that's the tip of the iceberg, because it's easy to do. Like you take the game assets and you say, oh, it's an ERC20, or it's an ERC71 or 1155, and that's it. You have asset ownability. But that's only the beginning of what we can do with blockchain, and that's what we are trying to explore at Cometh. Other games are also trying the same way, for example, Dark Forest. But what we want to do with blockchain and game is aiming towards financialization of gaming, or applying DeFi primitives to gaming. Take, for example, a game like EVE Online. You have lots of resources, you have crashes, economic crisis inside the game. Well, what can DeFi bring you to prevent that, for example? That's the kind of ideas that we are exploring with this game. For me, blockchain is hard. It's hard to get people onto blockchain, but it's easy to get people to play. So using gaming as a means of blockchain adoption is something I strongly believe in. Plus, once someone has bought one of the assets of the game or has acquired one of the assets of the game by playing, he or she feels engaged, committed to the game. And that's where we can start to use the DAO movement and all the research that is being done in different DAOs to involve the player inside the governance, inside the balancing of the game. One thing we really like at Cometh is blockchain-based game mechanics. That's the hard part because the blockchain is limited. It cannot do lots of calculation, computation. It's sometimes slow, it's sometimes expensive, but you get to have a shared clock for everyone, and you get to do pairing of everyone. So I hope we will see a shift between multiplayer to peer-to-peer, such as the multiplayer online battle arenas like Fortnite, to maybe blockchain online battle arenas, like connect with each other through a blockchain rather than connect to each other through a server. And you get all the good things of the blockchain, transparency, being able to censorship resistance, and so on. So the title of this talk is How to Bring 10,000 Users to Play a Blockchain Game. Well, first off, yes, it's bringing to a new dimension. It's cool. We need to explore. It's an innovation. Great. But getting on board into blockchain is probably the hardest thing that we have to deal with in this industry. And I've known that working at Consensus in my past life, working at Ledger and still being involved in Ledger in various ways, that it's super hard to do. Flashback in 2018, I was working at Consensus, and we were trying very hard in the peak of the bear market to bring people to actually join blockchain startups, join Consensus and join different things. So we were heading to all the engineering school that we knew and try to present what blockchain was. Back in those days, it was not a good sell. Like they saw Ether going from the top to the bottom and be like, well, cool guys, it's applied cryptography and yeah, good things. But showing them that they can play an easy game, manipulating some tokens, was starting to get them interested, starting to sparkle some lights. So I've always wanted to explore this, and I get the chance now to do it with a super talented team. So how to bring 10,000 users to the blockchain with a game? First off, you need to build the game. Right, easy. Or is it? Well, let's see. And then you need to get people to play your game. So you either target people that are in the crypto space, or you try to bring new people to the crypto space. Well, rationally speaking, well, number of people that are into crypto, that have a little bit of crypto on their wallet, is probably rather small, right? Talking about what, 3 million, 10 million? We think we have 10 million Ether holders. Well, 1 million Ether holder, yeah, that's hard to guess. Like, you can look at the number of unique addresses and feel like, well, maybe that's a good estimate, maybe that's a good proxy. At least that's the tail end. Gaming retail, looking at reports, you can see like it's 2.9 billion people, like at least half the humanity is playing, either on their mobile or on something. So the market is huge. So getting them to play a game might be the right move. And then you push it to the limits. You look at what your game can handle inside the blockchain and how the blockchain can handle your game, actually. So we did a first iteration, a version of the T-Rex game. Like if you ever had an outage of internet on your computer or on your mobile phone, you see the little T-Rex. Hey, no connections. And then the T-Rex go on, and then you can jump and so on. So we did a thing that was kind of like this, but based on blockchain, and we tried to put some blockchain primitive inside of it. Like, for example, say, we generate the level, and we take the block hash as a randomness for the number of wormholes or the numbers of asteroids that you see here. Pretty fun. You get to see your NFT inside the game. Yay, so we have a blockchain game, but we are only on the tip of the iceberg. Like, you're just showing NFT or blockchain-based assets inside the game. Second iteration, I admitted that I loved Warcraft 3, so we built an RTS. Yay. Well, so what do you see here? All of those blue squares are actually NFTs of players that they have launched into the game. One NFT, one player, many NFT, one player. Different players, different strategies. Some hordes of large armadas, some like to purchase one spaceship and play with it. But the basic principle here is that you have comets passing by. So here's a little comet. It's going this direction. And you as a player, you need to position yourself close to it. And the way you position yourself close to it is by interacting with other players. You jump on someone else. You click on someone else and you say, hey, how much does it cost to jump next to you? Well, it costs this amount. As a player, I choose what amount I'm willing to charge for jumping. And you can jump multiple times. And if you get close enough to the comets, you mine it. And we put tokens on the comets to make the game interesting financially or give an incentive for people to play. And what we saw is that players were super interested, super into it, changing their price to leverage their position in space, trying to say, well, I'm in front of the first pixel that's going to hit the comet in 20 minutes, so I'm probably going to have my price, and so on and so forth. And then, well, how do we bring that to the masses? Well, first off, we try to get crypto players to play. So in January, on the 26th, we opened a shop on OpenSea. I bet you're familiar with this marketplace. We were super successful in the beginning, making it in the top 10 for a while. But unfortunately, pretty soon, the market got completely clogged. There are tons and tons and tons of small shops on OpenSea. That's the success of the NFT space. So we had to start doing something else, maybe. We started to partner with different companies that you might recognize on this slide. And what we did was saying, well, we can do a collection of spaceship with you, try to get a pickle-shaped spaceship, trying to get a Yam Finance-shaped spaceship, and so on, and try to show that we have a cool game where you can play branded NFT from your favorite project inside our game. And that was pretty successful. Like, we could bring people from other communities to meet our communities and also have our community meet this other project and see what they can do with it. And then, as complete degens, we tried to do a TikTok campaign. Yeah, I know. Well, coming to that later. Eventually, as I said, well, the OpenSea market got a little bit hard to play with. If the OpenSea folks are watching us, we would love to be able to promote our shop, for example. That's super hard to do. Like, they do some promotion, they do MAA with their communities and so on, but it's much less well organized than if you have a shop on eBay, for example. So we have developed our own shop. A very simple page where we show the different spaceships that you can get. Don't try to get this one, it's sold out. Don't try to get this one, it's sold out. Well, sold out is a common word at CC, but this one you can still get. And we also opened a staking mechanism where you can put some tokens inside the Cometh tube, and at some point you can redeem new spaceships. So some players we discovered like to hold the token and then unlock more NFT and see the value that you can get from a gaming perspective with the different primitives that we expose. And now we tried the hard way, trying to bring gamers to play a blockchain game. So we found out that gamers were very, very into gaming, for sure, but they were also wanting to have a great experience. So we followed our TikTok campaign and asked a couple of gaming influencers to talk about the game, to talk about something that was going to happen. And since we had a battle arena, why not host a giant tournament? So we received a small grant from Polygon to organize this Grand Prix, and we decided that it was a good occasion to tell people from outside of the blockchain space, hey, you should come and play because there is huge reward and we have a tournament. It's esport on blockchain, yay. And unfortunately, a couple of days after we started it, TikTok banned the campaign about crypto. But still, we had people that got interested, that started to look at what was available, how to play this. Wow, that's a huge amount you guys are dropping, so why not play? And this is how we decided to change the onboarding. So having people install MetaMask was like, well, okay, I need a wallet. I need this, I need that. And I'm super impressed by how games like Axie Infinity managed to grab people from outside the blockchain space to install an application outside of the shop, of the iOS shop or the Android shop, and then get to install MetaMask and so on and so forth. That's like a tour de force to watch. But for us, we were in a rush and bootstrapping, so we had an email wallet. And the consequence was great. Honestly, people were just trying the thing out, putting in their email, trying to load a wallet and try to get into the game. So you can see on this graph, like the 31st of June, we had about 1,000 people committing to the game, and then we had 2.5, and then 2.8, and 2.3, and so on and so forth. And now we are close to 9,000. So people wanted to play, people wanted to get in, but they needed a way to access crypto. Yeah, so we started out by offering the players a way to play for cheap, a way to grab a basic spaceship for cheap and get accustomed to the game. And those that didn't get to the end of the onboarding, we were saying to them, well, you know, you've tried hard, you click on buy crypto, operated by OnRamp, you try to do the KYC, and then, well, it's too complicated to put your ID, too complicated to pay, even for $10, and then grab a thing. But yeah, you put your email, that's cool. We are giving away a spaceship to you, and giving you also a little bit of Matic token and of Must token, so you can try to play, actually. And that worked pretty well. So first thing of conclusion, if you want people from outside the blockchain to play on your game, offer them stuff. Yeah, basic customer acquisition, actually. And now, this is what we expose. We have the same screen that you see before, and we are extending to display other stuff inside our universe. So you have portals, the two pink circles that you see here that allows you to travel from one arena to the other, discover the academy, start to learn to play when you don't know how, or start to go on the solar system number 3, solar system number 4 with experimental feature, discover different things, and we try to grow the different offers of services that we had. So notably letting people stake, of course, letting people swap the tokens that they earn inside the game, letting people shop easier, and also we realized that the game that we were exposing was not super active all the time. So we had to find a solution for people that were sleeping or people that were on weekend or during holidays and didn't have time to play. So we opened the rental. So we have also a leasing service. So if you have a spaceship and don't want to play it, just lease it and try it. And now the big challenge for us is to move everything to mobile. So that's going to be fun because 49% of the gaming is actually happening on mobile. So another good thing to know is go mobile first. I think that would have been the kind of thing that we should have done from the beginning. Well, before I tell you to come at the booth and grab some stickers, I'd like to show you what it looks like when you are actually trying to play. If I still have some time. Oh, yes, I do. Whoop. So, all right. If you go on game.cometh.io, here we go. Oh, damn, I need a wallet provider. Well, good thing is, I've already registered my wallet. Come on. You can see how stressed out I am that this demo is not going to work. So I receive an email asking me, like, hey, are you sure you want to log into this? And it turns out, I really want to log into that. Here we go. So that's a pretty fun way to onboard people. But of course, you don't get to have access to the private key. It's operated externally. It's complex. So we need a better solution in the short term. We need to migrate people to something else, like a Gnosis Safe, like another smart contract-based wallet or something. But that's a good enough beginning. Just start simple. Then you click on, well, I can go to the shop for sure. You see you have the Grand Prix going on this Sunday. I can try to buy crypto. Oh yeah, that's cool. I can leave on ramp and I can start to play. Okay, let's try to play. Here we go. So actually, this is the first time I load this game on this computer, so I have the helper bot asking me like, hey, that's cool, thanks you for coming. I'm going to explain to you how you can move. So what I was explaining to you earlier, that, oh, we have cool music. Let's shut this down so we can actually hear me. Okay. So what I was telling you is that people are trying to leverage their position in space, and some people are trying to be opportunistic, I would say, because there's lots of newbies, lots of new players playing in the academy. So they are all trying to, some of them are trying to extract lots of value from new players. So this guy, for example, it costs a lot to get next to him, 0.001. And the guys in greens, it costs only 0.003. So that's fine. Here you can see my spaceship in its grandiose beauty. But you get much nicer spaceships playing in arenas like Sol 3, Sol 4, Sol 1, and so on. And that's the Galactic Stadium where we are going to host the Grand Prix this weekend. So let's see who's there. Yeah. All right, so coming back to the academy, I can filter the players that are expensive because I don't want to lose all my wallet playing. And now I'm going to try to get close to a Comet. Ooh, let's try to aim for this one, for example. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do 4 hops here, 1 hops there, 1 hops there. I think we have pro gamers in the room, so what do you think? I'm going to hit it or not? Let's try it out. Let's try it out. Putting it in progress. So that's the randomness factor of this game, is sometimes the transaction can't get in as soon as as fast as you would have wanted, and you miss it. Okay. Ay. Is it going to be in the money or not? Let's look at it. I want it, yay! First attempt. So I just, hey. Mining successful. So we think that this is a good game to, oh, another one, no. Almost did a double, but my spaceship needs to cool down. I cannot mine that fast. I could have mined faster by using an item, but I don't have any, so anyway. So let's look at what I've won. I've won something in my wallet, which is a LP token. So we distribute LP tokens of the DEX inside the game. So the players can actually earn the liquidity of the DEX that we run, and we create the liquidity of these DEX by selling NFTs and providing liquidity with the sales proceeds. The thing is, if you are a new player if you are a newcomer to blockchain, you eventually end up playing this game and you end up having different types of tokens in your wallet. So you get to discover DeFi indirectly. We put some DeFi token in your wallet and we get them to try it out, discover what you can do with it, and probably go try something else in the space, hopefully. So that's what I wanted to tell you about, and I hope you liked it. If you did, come and see us at the Cometh booth. If you have a game and want to chat with us about how you can make it better, how we could have made it better, we are very keen to hear what you think. You can show lots of information on the link tree here. Follow us on Twitter. And if you come to the booth to grab a POAP, you can also participate to the airdropping of Le France. and mint an NFT, solid NFT with the solid NFT team that are at our booth. Thank you, everyone. I think we have time for one question or two. Yep. Up. So, good questions. As you can see on those spaceships, there is no lasers. There is no cannon yet, or maybe in the future. It turns out that in France, if you want to apply for subsidies for video game creation, it shouldn't be violent. So we have to figure out a way to make PvP without having fights. And we have many ideas about that. Naturally, it will more go first to team versus team, because 1v1 is complex. But PvP can be done with this kind of thing. Like, hey, I challenge you to a duel. Can you make a better score than me on this instance of this T-Rex game, for example? But the PvP inside the RTS is going to be at first it's going to be a team versus team thing, or a capture the flag thing. All right. Well, thanks for listening. I hope you come and grab some tokens, and I'll leave the floor to the ZK EVM talk.